Welcome back to the Reconnection Podcast. In our last episode, we talked about the difference between compliance and real change. Today, we're turning the focus entirely to betrayed partners. Dr. Michael Barta is here with us again. Dr. Barta, many betrayed partners feel stuck, like their healing depends completely on whether their partner changes. Is that true?
It's absolutely true. And it's really understandable to feel this way. So when betrayal happens, or when any trauma happens, your nervous system is going to tie safety directly to his behavior, right? Because that was a big rupture. But here's something that's really important. Your healing does not have to wait for his transformation. You can begin stabilizing yourself right here, right now.
So let's start with what's happened physiologically. What does betrayal do to the nervous system?
Well, to put it into words, right? Basically, it activates the nervous system, turning it into, I need to survive. The person who was your primary attachment person, your safe place has now become unpredictable. And so your brain's going to register that as a huge threat. And when that happens, what the partner usually experiences is this hypervigilant, always on guard, right? Their anxiety spikes, there's sleep disruption, there's intrusive thoughts, there's these emotional floods that come and go. There's almost a instinctual drive to constantly need to check on him or monitor his behavior. And so the nervous system is trying to answer one question, and that is, am I safe?
So the intensity she feels is not weakness, it's physiology.
It's all physiology, right? And the important part is our physiology is running this show, and then our brain's trying to make out what that means about us. And what we need to do is understand that it's physiology that's doing this. It doesn't mean a damn thing other than I was wounded and my nervous system's trying to protect me. So, I know it sounds counterintuitive, but this is almost good news, right? Your nervous system's working correctly. Your nervous system is doing its job right now. And that doesn't mean you're broken. It means actually that that's health because your nervous system is trying to protect you.
So I know you talk to a lot of partners, you treat men in your 5-day intensives, but why does it feel like healing can't begin until he changes?
Because the bottom line of this, right, is that attachment is wired for two nervous systems to integrate and co-regulate together. When we bond with someone, our nervous systems synchronize, right? And when that bond is ruptured, our system's going to feel destabilized. And your brain is going to say, if he becomes safe, then I can calm down. But here's the shift. You can build internal stability even before relational stability is fully restored. And that doesn't mean ignoring his behavior by any means. It means strengthening the capacity within you so that your system is not entirely dependent upon his choices for your regulation. If I could say one thing, it's like, please practice by stopping the outsourcing of your safety to another person, particularly the one that you were just hurt by.
So where does a betrayed partner begin?
I think I said this in an earlier version, but the key is stabilization. It's not decision making right now. It's getting stable within yourself, right? So you would do best to be able to regulate yourself before you decide anything, right? Major relationships, decisions made from survival come from fear. So what I hope is that the partner can focus on calming their nervous system first, right? we have to, or they have to, create predictability for themselves. So this is done through routine, structure, sleep, nourishment to rebuild our own safety. It's kind of like if I'm raising myself as a child again, you know, how am I going to take care of this little person that just got really wounded, right? How am I going to tend to their wounds? How am I going to be compassionate with them? How am I going to have empathy for them rather than saying, I messed up, I should have known, all those things, right? And what's really helpful is to seek safe support at this time. And that's because isolation intensifies trauma, right? Safe, attuned support, whether individual therapy or partner focused groups, helps our nervous system feel less alone. And that's really important right now, right? And one of the things I think is really important too is name what we're feeling without judging it, right? Your emotions are information. Anger, grief, fear, confusion, these are normal trauma responses. Just name them. Don't judge them. Don't let them take you down a path, right? Just name what you're feeling right now. Because healing's not about minimizing pain. It's about increasing your capacity to hold the pain in a safe manner, safe, compassionate manner.
So, what does internal safety look like after betrayal?
Well, it looks like that the partner can be triggered without collapsing or going, down a rabbit hole. That they feel that they can ask questions without panicking. That they can sit in the uncertainty without spiraling and making up a story about what's going on. So when you begin trusting your own perception again, is when this is going to occur. And internal safety doesn't mean you're no longer hurt at all, right? No one's saying that. It means your nervous system is not entirely controlled by the trauma or the threat any longer. And here's something important, right? Healing your nervous system does not equal forgiving him or staying with him even. It simply means strengthening yourself so you can choose from clarity instead of fear.
I love that. Many partners are afraid to even consider this question, but what if he doesn't change?
Well, if he doesn't change, the work you're doing is going to still benefit you, right? If you're healing your nervous system, it doesn't matter what he's doing, right? This is again, I'm restoring my agency. I'm restoring my safety because self-healing inside builds emotional resilience. It helps us with clear boundaries. It gives us stronger eternal trust. And most of all, it gives us the ability to make grounded decisions. You're not powerless. Even when betrayal was not your choice, your healing is still within your control.
It feels very empowering in a grounded way, not minimizing the pain, but offering direction.
Exactly. So, healing isn't going to require him to be perfect. It requires you to feel increasingly safe within your own body because you didn't cause this. You're not responsible for fixing it. And most of all, you're worthy of stability, clarity, and receiving support.
Thank you, Dr. Barta. In our next episode, we'll talk about how couples can begin rebuilding trust and what that process actually requires from both partners. Until then, thank you for listening to the Reconnection Podcast.
Thank you.